Welcome, welcome, welcome to yet another episode of Glorious Life on Wheels, where I'm going to show you how to make simple, delicious meals on a budget. But before I show you that, I just want to say a word to all of you out there. I'm hoping and praying you're all well and that you have whatever you need to last through these difficult times that we're going through. I also want to let you know that I do have a prayer partner that every day at a certain time, no matter where each of us are, we all get together in agreement, telepathically, I guess you would call it, and we pray for different things. So if any of you are having difficulties, please make a note on the comments and we will certainly put you on our list and add you to our prayer list. But today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be focusing on meals that can be made from things you might have in your pantry. Because as we all know, if we've been out to the stores, the shelves are empty. There are many common staples that aren't even available. So I'm going to be doing some very, very simple things that maybe you will have in your home that you can make. And at the end of this, if you will make sure and stay tuned, I'm going to have some common staples and I'm going to have some suggestions on some simple meals you can make with things that you may already have in your pantry, since again, as we know, the shelves are empty in many stores. Today I'm making something that is from a very simple, these instant noodles. You don't only have to use these, you can use any brand. I'll show you when I do it, you'll see what I mean. But this is going to be added with eggs. This is, I think, is about 32 cents for this container. I have 2 eggs, so that's about 24 cents. So for under 60 cents, this will make 2 servings. So that comes to about, actually it comes to about 28 cents per serving. So all you're going to do, as anyone who's made these noodles before, you're going to take and you're going to pour boiling water. Let me turn this off. You're going to pour your boiling water over this. And there's a little line in here, and when you get to that line, that tells you where to stop. Then you're going to cover this and let it set for about 3 minutes. I'm going to also put a little thing on top of it since it's kind of windy out here. And once that's done, I'll show you what's next, and it's so simple. And hopefully you have some noodles, instant noodles, and eggs at home, and this is all it takes. So we'll wait and come back and I'll show you what to do when the noodles are ready. All right, well, I think our noodles are done. This is all you have to do. When I tell you it is simple, I mean it is simple. You put just a tiny little bit of oil, maybe just a few drops in the bottom of the pan. You add your noodles. You take two eggs that you've beaten, and that's it. You stir them around. Oops. I can't do that with a plastic fork or it'll melt. But you stir them around good, get the egg all mixed up in here. And let it cook for a couple of minutes. I like to add some garlic powder. You really don't need any salt. You could add some, if you want, you could add some garlic, minced or chopped garlic to this. And just let it cook for a couple of minutes on medium. And then you're all done. That literally is it. You have a complete meal, and this will feed 2 people for like I said, under 60 cents. Let me get this done here. Okay, let's sample this. Unfortunately, due to everything that's going on, we're not asking anyone to come close to sample. I'm going to just take a little bit. My daughter and I had this for breakfast this morning, but what I like on mine is I like some Louisiana hot sauce. So I put a little hot sauce on mine. And taste it up and see how it is. I think I may have invented a new meal. I don't know what to call this. If you have any suggestions, excuse me, put them in the comments and tell me what you think we should call this. But any noodles that you have, you can do this. You can, if you don't have, this already has the corn and the peas and the carrots in it, but if you have canned corn or peas or beans, you can add them to your noodles and then add the egg. And if you have any meat of any sort, ground beef or anything else, you can add that to it too. But this is, I will call this a shelter-in-place meal. Well, we're all done with that shelter-in-place delicious meal of top ramen with eggs. How simple was that? I have a list of meals that you can make with items that are commonly kept in your pantry or you may have in your RV or even in your vehicle. So I have my list here, so I can't remember them all. So I have this little note list to help me. But I put some common items that many people would have, such as cornmeal, beans, eggs, potatoes, and rice. So most of these, with the exception of the eggs, you don't have to have refrigerated and you don't have to have a cooling system. So you can have these items if you're in a car. So for cornmeal, here are some meals that you can make with cornmeal for shelter in place. You can make cornmeal, you can make hot water cornbread. That is very simple, and I'm going to be sharing these recipes over the next several weeks. But you can use hot water cornbread, just needs hot water and a little bit of oil to cook the cornmeal in. In the cornmeal, hot water cornbread rather, you can fill it with cheese if you have cheese. You can fill it with meat if you have meat, or you can do vegetables and salsa. You can also fill it with rice and beans. When I say fill it, I mean the little cake that you're making with the cornbread, with the hot water cornbread, you put it in and then you seal it and then you fry it with the filling inside. You can also fill it with beans and veggies, or you can do rice and veggies, or you can even fill it with the noodles and eggs that I just showed you. You can also make cornmeal mush for breakfast, a little honey or a little bit of syrup or brown sugar. You can do cornmeal pancakes. You can make corn dogs if you have hot dogs. I know hot dogs were only $1 a pack at the 99-cent store. And if for rice, you can mix this again with rice and beans. You can mix it with a can of chili. You can do several cups of rice, cook several cups of rice, and even just one can of chili, and that will stretch that quite a bit. You can mix the rice with eggs like I showed you on the noodles. If you have potatoes, you can do potatoes and chorizos. I would refer you back to my very first video that I did. You can do potatoes with veggies. You can again put the potatoes in seasoned up the potatoes into a very delicious dish and then put those in the hot water cornbread. As far as eggs, you can add salsa to your eggs. You can do top ramen with soy sauce and eggs. You can do eggs with rice. You can do eggs with chili and rice. These are just some examples I want to give you of some common staples that many have available in case the shelves remain empty at the store. And over the next several weeks, I'm going to be bringing you many of these recipes. Now, we don't know what's going to happen. And since I'm over 65, I am probably going to be quarantined and won't be able to come out. So you're going to see me in this outfit more than once because we're going to be taping several things today right now, just in case I'm not able to leave the house again. But what I'm also going to be doing is doing an introduction that will be introducing the different dishes. And if I can't come out, I will just have a card and show you what the ingredients are and how to make it. So I just hope that everyone is not filled with anxiety, that we're all going to come together and it's going to be all right. And I thank you for watching, and may your journey be filled with blessings and joy. Have a good day until I see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.